Welcome everybody to another episode. So for today's episode, I wanted to talk about the Nintendo Switch again. Now, the Nintendo Switch is a system that has a ton of games. And when I mean a ton, I don't mean a literal ton, I mean more than a ton, because it has over 3,000 games on it. I was shocked when I first researched it, but it's true, it has over 3,000 games. The eShop is probably the easiest way to get all these games. Now, when you go through the eShop, there's always a sale going on, and everything is sometimes is really cheap, and it's hard to like not buy things, especially if it's like $1, $2, maybe $5, And I'm guilty of this because I buy a lot of games, but I figure I save you guys some time and money, and I'm going to give you guys my recommendations for the most overlooked titles for the Nintendo Switch. Let's take a look. All right, first one up is a game that came out in 2017 called ARMS. ARMS is a 3D fighting game that is unique to other fighters because your character can use extendable arms. The extendable arms on this thing is just such a joy to play. It also includes addition of weapons like rockets, stunning ability, electricity, boomerang, ice, and others. What I love about the game is that it's such a satisfying fighting game. It's I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's just it's awesome 3D fighter that is really unique to the Nintendo Switch, and you really can't get it anywhere else, especially PlayStation or Xbox. You can't get it anywhere. It's not extremely difficult to control, and there's a lot of depth to it, and that's what I really enjoyed about it. The controls are tight, and it just feels right. You can also use the Joy-Cons in a traditional way. I usually play it handheld mode. I got kids, and the Switch has been a blessing to me. That's why I can play at my leisure at night. And also the Wii U was a blessing for me. I definitely want to do a Wii U video in the future. So with this one, you could also play online, which is a fun mode. It's just such a well done game, and it's a ton of fun. That's like a big criteria for me. It's got to be a lot of fun. And the only thing I didn't like about, the thing I don't like about the game is not the game itself. It's that it rarely goes on sale. I absolutely love this game, and for anybody that hasn't tried it, please go out there and get it. I know that the price might detract you, but I think I found it on sale one time for, I want to say $35, but it was a rare moment. I don't know. But if you find it for $35, $40, $50, please go out and get it. Highly recommended. All right, next one up is a title that came out in 2020. Hard to believe it's 2021 already, right? And it came out surprisingly back in 2019 originally on iOS. That's right, on Apple Arcade. I don't know much about Apple Arcade. I'm not that interested in it. Maybe in the future I will be, but as of right now, 2021, I am not interested. But the game is called Shensekai Into the Depths. Now, Shinkai is a 2D side-scrolling adventure game that takes place in a 3D world. You play a character that has a deep sea suit that's quite saggy, if I might say so myself. You play the game underwater and encounter puzzles. You avoid running out of oxygen, being eaten by sharks, and navigating through your way through a beautiful, lush underworld. And it also has fantastic audio design. I was really surprised on this. It's kind of one of those games where you just put the headphones on and have a good time with it. Now, I love this game because it's such a unique game. It's like a Metroidvania type game, but it feels like fresh and unique. It's very different. And after learning it was originally made for the iOS, I can kind of see where they were going with it, but it is a pleasant surprise on the Switch. And I think currently right now is, I want to say like $14.99 or something like that, about $15. You know what? It's really not that bad of a price, because I don't know how I feel about playing it on the Apple Arcade, but this is definitely worth checking out on the Nintendo Switch. So Shinsekai Into the Depths, you don't want to miss that one. Next one up is a game that really didn't get a lot of love when it came out, and it definitely deserved it, and I'm guilty of not giving it love when it came out. Now, originally, games for the Switch and PlayStation and all that stuff, I think come out for $60, $59.99, something like that. PlayStation 5 and Xbox, the new Xbox, I think there's $70 starting. I don't know. So whatever. We'll talk about it another time. But for $60, this game, it just turned me off. But once it was on sale, I gave it a shot. And that game is called Starlink Battle for Atlas. Now, it's just such a shame that it didn't take off the way it was intended to, because it really is a great game. And it was also released for the PS4 and Xbox One. And in my opinion, the Nintendo Switch version is the one to get. That's where it's at. It's really a true Star Fox game, because it's Star Fox and his crew are exclusively in the Nintendo Switch version. And Falco, Peppy, Slippy, all those guys are there, so don't worry about that. And it's a third-person action-adventure game. And you're in Star Fox's ship, and it's set in around a galaxy named, or a star actually, called Atlas. So you pilot the ship, and you discover many worlds. What's awesome about the game is that you can get it, you're in your ship, you go around the world, you kind of explore, do your thing, kill the enemies, fly away. But what I liked about it is that you can go to any planet you want seamlessly. You want to leave the planet, shoot up into the sky, and leave. That's it. And it's just really well done. It's a satisfying game. I had a lot of fun just kind of flying around, blasting things, and then leaving the planet. And I think one of the big reasons it didn't make it was because it's a toys to game video game. Kind of like Skylanders, Disney Infinity, and all that stuff. So, I mean, I see where they were trying to go with it, but it really, I think, takes away from the game. I mean, what happens is you get your controller, and then you could add weapons to it with the toys and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, whatever. It's, it's okay, I guess, whatever. But the actual game itself is a lot of fun, because you can tell they put in a lot of love into the game. It's a good story. And the good thing about it now is that because it didn't do that well, it's actually a good price a lot of the time. So it's on sale a lot of the time. And I think I got the deluxe version, which is like all the weapons and all the characters and all that stuff. I think I got it for like $10 or something like that. It's some kind of really good deal. But you really got to check this out. Don't hesitate to pick it up. If you're on the fence about it, just go get it. I think you're going to have a great time. On to the next. All right, next up is a puzzle game from Nintendo called Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Now, originally came out for the Wii U in 2014. Nintendo decided to port this over to the Nintendo Switch in 2019. Now, you can tell the Wii U was a great system because it ported over all these great games that were on the Wii U. And if the Wii U really sucked, like some people said, they wouldn't have bothered porting games over. But the games they had were really, really good. They were phenomenal. I'm a big fan of the system. And I'm glad they brought this to the Switch so more people can enjoy this game. So Captain Toad is just a refreshing, fun puzzle game. It kind of reminds me of like a Rubik's Cube, but you really got to play it to check it out. So originally, this game was developed in Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U. And it was like side quests you can do. And I had a fun time with it when it was in Super Mario 3D World, and they actually made a separate game for it, and I thought that was a great idea. It's clever, and it resembles, like I said, a Rubik's Cube, and it forces you to complete each course without the ability to jump. Now, you would think it gets annoying, but it actually doesn't. It adds to the game, and you're trying to get the star to, you have a goal you got to achieve, you got to get from point A to point B, and you got to figure it out how to do it by twisting and turning the level. And it's just a very well-designed game, and it's a lot of fun to play. I had a blast with this on the Wii U, and I love the Switch version as well. They added more to it. And if you're still on the fence for this one, you could get a demo. There's a demo available, so you can download that for free. So at least get that. But don't overlook this one, guys. It's fantastic. So the next one I have is a game that always seems to be on sale. I think it's been on sale since I think it came out, maybe a week after it came out. Honestly, I don't remember it not being on sale. So that game is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It's a game that came out in 2017 by Ubisoft, and it's a collaboration between Nintendo and Ubisoft, and I think it's extremely well done. It's a turn-based strategy game, and it features Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Yoshi, and 4 other Rabbids dressed up like the Mario characters. So most battles require you to eliminate all the enemies before advancing. And what's cool about it is that there's alternate paths to solving an area. And I like that. I think it gives you more strategy and gives you more ways to beat an area. I think that's a lot of fun. And my main criteria for a game is to have fun. And I had a lot of fun with this one. It has beautiful, colorful graphics. It has a lot of strategy to it. And most importantly, like I said, it's a lot of fun. And like I said before, it's rarely not on sale. So you can find the deluxe version of this that includes Donkey Kong levels for like 15 bucks, if not less. I mean, I think at one point, the whole package was less than $10. It was just some great price. So I can't recommend this one enough. If you haven't played it, please go out there and check it out, especially if you can get a great deal on it. It is well worth it. Great job, Ubisoft and Nintendo. Hope they do more in the future. On to the next. All right, next one up is a game that came out for the Wii U exclusively in the year 2014, which was a great year for the Wii U. And this is a port. It came out to the Nintendo Switch in 2018. And it is Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Now, why am I recommending this one? Because the new one has just come out not too long ago, Age of Calamity, which is a great game. Check that one out as well. But I like to look at stuff that came out a little bit, earlier. So that stuff kind of gets overlooked when people start getting crazy about the new stuff. So Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition is a great place to start if you're unfamiliar with the series. Like I said, it did come out for the Wii U a long time ago. When it did come out for the Wii U, I was super excited. It was awesome. And it's so awesome that they brought it to the Nintendo Switch. And they added more features to it, more things. And it's pretty amazing that it runs smoothly on the Nintendo Switch. And handheld mode and docked mode. Graphics are awesome. It's a hack and slash game that takes place in the world of Hyrule. And it doesn't take place in the official Zelda timeline, but it's kind of doing its own thing. It takes elements of Dynasty Warriors and mixes it with Zelda. So, I mean, that's all you need to know. It's a hack and slash game. It's action packed. You can be a lot of characters. It's just a great game. I was reluctant when I first heard it come out for the Wii U back in the day, but I'm glad I tried it, and you guys have to give this one a chance. Please do, because I know you're going to enjoy it a lot. Okay, next game up is Racer. It's a racing game, and I talked about this a little bit before in my other videos that I'm a big racing game fan, and I like arcade racers a lot. I also like my simulation racers like Gran Turismo and things like that, but I also like a good arcade racer because it's just something you could just pick up and go. And that's one of the great things about the Nintendo Switch and the Wii U used to have. So this game I'd like to recommend is called Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. Now, I know it's a 10-year-old game, and the remastered version is not really remastered. It's kind of a basic port. I mean, I don't really know what the remastered brings to the table. I really don't know. But it's a great game, and it's a great arcade racer. It's a lot of fun. You got a good cop chase. You could, it has a lot of good updates to it. Graphics are really good, too. And it's just something that you can pick up and go anytime, just for a couple of minutes if you want. Like me, I'm a busy guy. I like to just throw in a couple of races here and there. And this satisfies my need. And I think it's overlooked because there are a lot of good racers out there, or a lot of people might think the Switch doesn't even have good racers because it's like you get your Mario Kart type games on there, which is true to an extent, but they also have good, arcade racers. And this is one of the best ones. I think it's up there with Burnout Paradise. Burnout Paradise is one of my all-time favorites, so check that one as well. But I think this one's a little bit underlooked. So when you get a chance, you're going to find a good time by playing this game. I promise. Check it out. Okay, so my last recommendation for you guys that I think is underlooked is a game by the name of Yooka-Laylee, The Impossible Lair. Now, Yooka-Laylee came out a few years back, and it was a throwback to the Banjo-Kazooie era, and I thought that was a great game as well. But I think this one is overlooked because this is a 2D version of Yooka-Laylee, and it reminds me a lot of Donkey Kong Country, and that's not a bad thing because this is a fantastic game. Graphics are great, great level design, great music, great sounds, and I think overall, all the effects in the game and all the puzzles, like I said, it's a 2D side scroller, just works very well. And it has a fun story to it, and I think it just overlooked. You don't really hear much about it, and just a fair warning about it, it is difficult. It's not an easy game, as was Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. So if you guys ever play that, that one's really hard. But don't let that stop you from getting this game, because I know this one goes on sale a lot too, but Yooka-Laylee Impossible Lair has it's a colorful world and beautiful graphics, and it's just a fun game to play. And overall, I think it's highly recommended, but overall it's been overlooked for too long. Check it out. All right, guys, that's it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's more coming, and I hope you guys like and subscribe to the video. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button with the bell. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notified anytime I make a video. I'll be making more down the road. I told you guys I'll be making more, and I'm very excited about doing this, and it's a lot of fun, and I definitely want to make more stuff that I enjoy. I can't wait to do a Wii U one, because that one was one of my favorite systems of all time, so I'm not ashamed to say it. So with that, all right, guys, till next time.